In the world of organized crime, few names carry as much weight as Carlo Gambino. Often underestimated, famously dismissed by Joe Bonanno as a mere squirrel of a man, Gambino defied the stereotype of the violent, flashy mobster. Instead of brute force, he wielded silence and strategy, rising to become one of the most powerful mafia bosses in American history. But who was he really? How did he ascend to the top of the underworld and cement his status as a mafia kingpin? Today, we peel back the layers of his life and legacy, tracing his journey from Sicily to America, where he built an empire on loyalty, power, and survival. A life shaped by the mafia. Carlo Gambino was born in Palermo, Sicily in 1902. Though the exact month remains uncertain, he grew up in a society where the mafia ruled, witnessing firsthand the intricate web of power and influence. From a young age, he learned that survival required intelligence, patience, and discretion, lessons that would guide his leadership for decades to come. At just 19, Gambino was smuggled into America, hidden among crates of lemons and olive oil. Unlike many immigrants struggling to find their footing, his underworld connections provided him with a clear path. Arriving in New York in 1921, he quickly adapted to the cutthroat world of American organized crime. Prohibition, the making of a mob boss. The 1920s were a golden era for ambitious gangsters, thanks to Prohibition. Gambino aligned himself with the notorious Giuseppe "Joe the Boss" Mafia, thriving in the lucrative bootlegging trade. However, this was also a violent time, before the mafia was fully organized under a structured commission. Gang wars were rampant, and survival required both strategic alliances and a keen sense of self-preservation. As Mafia and his rival Salvatore Maranzano were eliminated in the Castellamarese War, power shifted. Lucky Luciano and Meyer Lansky emerged as the architects of a new mafia structure, and Gambino positioned himself wisely within the emerging order, climbing the ranks of the Mangano family. With the fall of Prohibition, many criminals struggled to find new revenue streams, but Gambino adapted. He expanded into illicit liquor distribution and other rackets, proving his business acumen. By the 1940s, he was a capo in the Mangano family, growing his influence across New York. Despite his rising power, Gambino remained a shadowy figure, avoiding unnecessary attention. His ability to read people and situations helped him navigate the violent underworld, building key alliances while staying out of law enforcement's crosshairs. Taking over the Gambino crime family. The early 1950s saw intense internal conflicts within the Mangano family. Vincent and Philip Mangano were both assassinated in 1951, clearing the way for the rise of Albert Anastasia, a feared and unpredictable boss. Gambino, though patient and strategic, endured years of disrespect under Anastasia, but he waited. On October 25, 1957, Anastasia was famously gunned down in a barbershop, an iconic scene in mafia history. With his longtime rival gone, Gambino seized control of the family, becoming the undisputed boss. The Gambino era: power, strategy, and longevity. Under his leadership, the Gambino family became the most powerful mafia organization in the country. Unlike other bosses who flaunted their wealth and power, Gambino stayed low-key, avoiding law enforcement scrutiny. His rule emphasized strategic growth, careful alliances, and calculated decision-making. He was arrested only once, on a tax evasion charge in 1937, for which he served just 22 months. His ability to operate from the shadows allowed him to avoid the fate of many other mobsters who fell to law enforcement or internal betrayals. Gambino's legacy is one of patience, intelligence, and unparalleled influence. While others sought the spotlight, he mastered the art of control from behind the scenes, ensuring his empire thrived long after his passing. Carlo Gambino and his organization understood the power of timing. They did what they had to do when necessary, but afterward, they knew it was best to keep a low profile. They realized that maintaining a business-like approach, rather than drawing attention through unnecessary violence, was the key to long-term success. Under Gambino's leadership, the Gambino family became the most powerful mafia family in America. Gambino controlled critical operations at JFK Airport, infiltrated lucrative smuggling routes, and used legitimate businesses as fronts for his illicit activities. This dual approach allowed him to blend into society while continuing his criminal enterprises. His ability to integrate into legitimate circles not only shielded him from law enforcement, but also solidified his empire. He understood that survival in a changing America required a balance between criminal operations and social acceptance. However, even for the most powerful figures, the Mafia life was never easy. One of Gambino's rivals, Joe Bonanno, plotted against him, proving just how high the stakes were in organized crime. But Gambino's extensive network and strategic thinking allowed him to outmaneuver these threats. His ability to anticipate his rivals' moves was key to his survival. A pivotal moment came with Joe Colombo, my former boss. He was ordered by his boss, Joe Magliocco, to assassinate both Gambino and Tommy Luchese. But Colombo was smart. He didn't trust Magliocco and had no loyalty to Bonanno. Rather than carrying out the hit, he went directly to Gambino and Luchese, warning them about the plot. This move sealed Magliocco's fate. Gambino and the commission stripped him of his rank, though they spared his life. Surprisingly, Magliocco died just months later of a heart attack, an unusually peaceful end for someone who had betrayed the commission. Bonanno, on the other hand, fled and was later exiled to Arizona. As a reward for his loyalty, Colombo was given his own family, thus establishing the Colombo crime family. This was how power played out in the Mafia. Alliances were forged and broken in the constant pursuit of dominance. Gambino's commitment to maintaining a strong and loyal inner circle ensured his continued success. His ability to navigate these treacherous waters was a testament to his intelligence and understanding of human nature. Lessons from Carlo Gambino. Looking back on Gambino's life, there are key lessons that extend beyond the Mafia world. 1. The power of patience. Gambino knew when to act and when to wait. Timing is everything. In both business and personal life, impulsive actions can lead to failure, while patience can turn disadvantages into opportunities. 2. Never underestimate the quiet ones. Gambino was unassuming. You could pass him on the street and never guess he was the most powerful boss in the country. The loudest people often aren't the smartest. The quiet ones who observe and speak with purpose are the ones to watch. 3. Build strong networks. Relationships were a major factor in Gambino's success. Networking is crucial in any field. Surrounding yourself with the right people can open doors you never knew existed. 4. Adaptability in adversity. Gambino thrived in changing circumstances, whether during Prohibition or World War II. Those who pivot and adapt quickly often succeed where others fail. 5. Stay true to your principles. Gambino upheld a code of conduct. Maintaining integrity, even in a world of shifting morals, earns trust and respect. As Gambino aged, he retreated further from the public eye while still managing his empire from the shadows. When he died in 1976 of a heart attack at his Long Island home, the Mafia landscape in America was shifting. The FBI had intensified its efforts, and new players were emerging. Gambino's legacy endured, influencing organized crime for decades. Had more mobsters followed his example, staying in the shadows and operating with discipline, the Mafia might have survived longer in America. But times changed. The introduction of the RICO Act made it much harder to evade law enforcement. Still, Gambino might have been one of the few who could have survived even that, given his ability to remain unnoticed. One of his most controversial decisions came on his deathbed when he named Paul Castellano as his successor. This decision planted the seeds of discontent within the Gambino family, leading to a power struggle that would eventually put John Gotti in the spotlight. Unlike Gambino, Gotti thrived on attention, which ultimately led to his downfall. Joe Colombo followed a similar path, stepping into the public eye with the Italian-American Civil Rights League. While I admired him greatly, he was a mentor to me. It was a risky move, especially with the FBI already laser-focused on the New York crime families. Gambino, in contrast, spent just 22 months in prison while running the most powerful Mafia family in the country. He did it the right way. This is my tribute to Carlo Gambino. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Next up, I'll either cover Joe Colombo or Frank Costello, two men I also admired. Let me know what you think. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time.